Hey, this will be a video chart on KATX. Been a while since I last did this one, video chart wise that is, but with today's volume and action, got quite a few requests on it, and it has been a while since I've updated it, so here we are. What I want to do is just kind of go over what's been going on, map out some supports, resistances, and then hopefully that'll help everybody out. I can't remember exactly when the last time I did it was, but from the daily chart perspective, the chart remains strong ever since right back here, actually right here in early November. It's in the uptrend, and sure, if you're a day trader and you bought here or around here, I'm sure you're not happy, but for the longer term players that have been buying, whether it be here or here or here or even here, the chart is still up, it's still sloping upwards, and the overall trend is still bullish. Now, how can I say it's still bullish? What justifies me to be able to say that? Well, we have this purple line here. This is our 50-day simple moving average, and this is one of the moving averages you can use for medium term to long term, however you want to put it, trends. And very clearly, it's sloping upward, so that's what puts us in an overall uptrend for the stock. Now, medium term, short term, we can use our shorter term moving averages, which this gray line here is a 10-day. Red line here is 20-day, and you can see these are just all choppy right now. So this shows us that short term right now, we're just in a very evident sideways channel and neutral. We're not bullish, we're not bearish, we're just simply kind of pretty choppy going back and forth like that. Now, as far as short-term and short-term resistances and supports, the first support I want to start off with is just a trend line right here. So we're going to take the bottom of this gap, since this is a support level right here, and just draw something up like that. This is a trend line that pretty much is going to need to hold, because if it doesn't, then it's not going to be too far below where this one needs to be tested. And if this one doesn't hold, then that's where the chart's really going to start to kind of probably take a turn. But from where we are now, that's still quite a bit of distance away. But this is going to be kind of the short-term to medium-term trend line that ideally we want to see the price hold, because once again, it's essentially not too far off from our 50-day simple moving average anyways. Now, in terms of resistances, what we have going on is pretty much put one in today. But what I'm going to do with this is make it a little skinnier, because I think if it does get tested again this level, it's not going to put up much of a fight, if any, and I think the bulls won't have too much trouble getting through it. This level was at 0.068, so this is kind of more of a medium-term resistance. But if you can get above that, then really things kind of thin out quite a bit. And the next resistance isn't really until up around this area here, where we kind of have a clump of different prices up at 8 cents. You can see we had a few highs here and here, had a couple times where the price got up above it, but then closed below it. So just kind of estimating, I'd say 0.08 is really the next key resistance after the high that was put in today, which once again was at 0.068. So sure, that's really only a penny, but remember, when we're talking about less than 10 cents, a penny can make a nice little difference in terms of percentages. And then with a break of 8, it's really not any resistances until the top up here. So I did like the volume creeping up today, but we just didn't. The profit takers, knocked it back down. My guess would be that the people that were nibbling down here were taking profits, and it wasn't quite big enough volume-wise to kind of clear all these people out. So I think that's why the price got knocked back down. But if what it did do was, it lightened these people up, so the traders, don't have as many shares as they did. But if we can get a day, something like this, or even something a day like that, I really think that would help out the price and get it moving. And then once it does get moving, a day like one of these can easily turn into something like that as momentum catches on and so forth. So as long as this trend line holds, the potential remains there. It's just a matter of getting some volume in there to clear out the short-term swing traders and so forth, and then get some upwards momentum created. So just as a quick recap, 50-day simple moving average, this is what the longer-term players really care about. Short-term trend line is going to be right here, which once again is essentially the same thing as a 50, because as you can see, it's getting closer and closer right there. Resistance is 0.068 is more of a, I think, not too strong of one. And then after that, really nothing up here until 0.08. Then things could really get moving. But really, I think all it's going to take is one decent volume day like this. And like I said, something like a day like that could turn into hopefully a bigger volume day with some momentum, because this one's still on lots of people's radars. I mean, it remains a popular ticker symbol, so a lot of people are still watching it. I think it's just a matter of showing some life again, and then people will pile back in, whether it be day traders or whoever. But everybody helps push up the price. So just let's see some resistances fall, and it's still one of those where I think a lot of people have it on their radars. They're just kind of waiting to see some action, and then they'll hop in. So I don't think it'd be too unrealistic to get a nice big volume day like this again. But there is going to need to be some sort of catalyst, whether that be news or whatever. But I'm still watching it, so the potential's still there, and as long as this trend line and the 50-day simple moving average hold, the potential is going to remain there. So we'll just have to kind of see what happens the rest of this week. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, something for everybody, and best part is it's all free, so it's worth at least signing up and checking out and giving it a try. One more time, this was KATX. Thanks for listening.